So I will just share some of my experiences in recent past about advertising with all of you, and will also try and share some of the data because whenever there are any economic crisis, the first cut comes on advertising. So just 2 days back, also we came across a news which said that advertising business or the entire advertising industry on ventilator. So advertising, like, when you start dieting, the first thing that you would cut would be the sweets and achar and papad. So that way, when it comes to economic crisis, the first thing that people think of cutting is always advertising. But I would like to say one thing is that advertising is here to stay forever. And if all of you would have gone through Sodhi's very recent article, he has narrated his own experience about Amul, and he said that, rather than cutting down on advertising or relating advertising directly to sales, uh, during this period, Amul made sure that they make a lot of investment in advertising, and actually Amul's advertising spend grew, in last year, in spite of the conditions not being that favorable for the industry. So he says that never advertise for getting sales, and always make sure that you try and understand the sentiment of people. So, and whatever communication you are doing, please make sure that it matches the sentiment of people. He said the day the lockdown was declared, I went to the next door Amul parlor, and there was so much of rush because people were panicking and they were not very sure whether they will be able to get milk and dahi and whatever daily necessities they need. So he said immediately after I came home, what I did was I told my wife to shoot my video. And I wanted to communicate to the consumers that don't worry, even if there is lockdown, you will keep getting your supplies of, milk and dahi, and we ensure that. Even this, I understand what kind of mindset consumers are in, and I always try to adapt to the sentiments of the consumers and keep communicating. And he diverted all his budget also more on the TV platform during that period, because he said I could observe people, consuming more of digital and TV news as a media. And he said that, more and more media guys were cutting down on the cost. So he said that, I could get better return on my investment. I could get better buy because nobody was spending. So if I am spending on advertising, I definitely get a much better buy during that period. So it was a very smart move on his part to do that. Let me start my presentation. How do I get into screen sharing? I don't see the icon for screen sharing. So before I begin my presentation, I would just like to tell a small story to all of you. Can you see my screen?
Hello? No, ma'am, it's difficult to find that. The next option beside chat.
Achha. The screen is not visible?
No, not visible now.
Hold on.
Kaushik sir, if you make her the host, I think she'll...
Now it's visible?
Yeah, now it's visible.
Yeah. Okay. So before I start my presentation, I would like to tell you a small story which communicates the sentiments of people at this point in time. There was one bird And this bird's three little kids were snatched away by sea. So bird was very angry, and the bird started, taking away water, whatever little bit water he could from the sea. And he said that, I will make sure that sea vanishes because sea has taken away my kids. So seeing him, few other birds also, started asking that, what are you up to? So he said that, I'm trying to vanish the sea. He said that this will not be, the bird said that it will not be possible for you to do that. He said, at this point in time, what I need is your support, not advice. So the other birds also join in, and they also started helping him to, take away water from the sea. Seeing all the birds doing this, the eagle, which is considered to be a vehicle for Vishnuji, eagle also came and she also asked that, what are you up to? This bird said that, please help me. I want to vanish, or I want to take away all the water from sea. So again, eagle said that, it will not be possible for you to do that. This bird said, I just want your support. I don't want advice. Seeing that, even eagle started helping this bird out. Seeing this, Vishnuji was very much annoyed. He said, eagle, what are you doing? If you are not around, that I will not be able to move around and do my activities. So eagle said that, Prabhu, if you can give, please give your support. I don't want your advice. And listening to this, even God stood by the bird. And because God stood by the bird, when God is on your side, everything is possible. So the sea also turned away his flow and gave back the kids to the bird. And bird was very happy. So in current situation, I think all of us, what we keep doing is we either keep criticizing the authorities, we keep criticizing media, we keep criticizing government, we keep criticizing the health workers. But actually what people want is the support. They don't want advisors, because today if you see, the whole world is full of advisors. And if the brands also understand this, if the brands understand the sentiment of people, and if they stand by people, and if they support people. Very recently, I could come across ad of Savlon, uh, where they are not even trying to sell their product, but they are trying to give support in terms of, what and how you should go about, just in case if you are facing any eventualities relating to COVID-19. So if you have communication like this, which is very supportive and which understands the sentiment of people, even in this point in time, your advertising will definitely develop a feel-good factor for the brand. So, I strongly believe that whatever may be the circumstances, you should never stop advertising, and it is only the advertising that builds the brands. So I'll take you through right from what is happening in the global market to what's happening in India as far as the advertising industry goes. So if you see the world, and as again, I would like to emphasize on the sentiment of people. Earlier, we always have fear of missing out. So if we have not seen anything, or we have, if somebody has bought XYZ and we have not bought that kind of designer clothes or that kind of designer gadgets, we would feel that, oh, I missed out onto this. How come? But today we don't have FOMO, we have FOGO. We have fear of going out. So every purchase that we are making today is only out of fear and need. We are not making purchases, out of our lifestyle, or we are not making purchases, or we are not just doing shopping out of enjoyment, right? So we never thought that something which earlier sounded very normal, like celebrations, going out, visiting malls, visiting multiplexes, will suddenly become, so difficult to do, and that too overnight. If you see the global scenario of advertising industry, by and large, what is happening in the advertising industry is it is poised to grow for sure in 2021, because 1920, each and every country would have lost something or the other when it comes to advertising. And because of the political advertising, there was a growth in US, but this year they don't expect that big a growth, but there will definitely be a growth of about 3.8%. You also would see a good growth in United Kingdom. If I have to say, the average growth in the global advertising industry is somewhere likely to be around 8.8% after whatever has been lost during 2020. 21 is likely to see some growth for sure. It may not be a very healthy double-digit growth all across the nations, but yes, we are poised to grow this year for sure. Digital has been one medium, which is contributing to the growth to a great extent, and also out of the total spent that any country or any brand has, the pie of digital spend has also increased to a very great extent. Television per se has become a little mature media, and OTT also is one platform, which has given some beating to the traditional advertising channels. However, in place like India, during lockdown, all of you would have heard that, the days of Ramayana and Mahabharata came back. So some of the channels, who have really acted smart have done well, and people have also developed tendency to watch more of news nowadays, especially India goes. So even in terms of content streaming services, you keep seeing a very good growth. However, when there is so much of clutter in terms of content, your content needs to be really very disruptive. At the same time, it should be very, very relevant for the brand and the audience. Print, unfortunately, has lost maximum during this time, and it is also likely to decline more in 2021, and more so the magazines. I think if we consider ourselves as the consumers, I think last 1.5 years, I have not taken a hard copy of newspaper. I've developed that habit of reading e-newspapers, and I am sure many of us have got into that kind of a habit. So print, unfortunately, has not been a media which was fortunate enough during this period. Radio was doing very well once upon a time, but suddenly, because of the lockdown and other things, outdoor and radio, both these mediums have suffered to a great extent, because overall moving out has decreased to a great extent. If you see, there has been a very good rise in social commerce. So many of the brands, if I have to give example of place from where I belong to, Ahmedabad, there were number of retail stores which were not having presence on the e-commerce platform, but they made sure that during this period, they started having very aggressive presence on e-commerce platform. Because having that physical or a human touch in stores is becoming again very difficult nowadays. So there has been a dramatic increase in virtual product experiences, and it's going to be here for sure, because it has also given a lot of convenience to people. And before COVID-19 also, all of us always used to have a lot of pressure on time. And due to this virtual store or product experiences, I think we have been able to buy whatever we want to buy without spending too much of a time of physical visit to a store. However, according to me, touching, feeling the product is very, very different than buying it on virtual platform. However, the youngsters are very much used to that. So if you see in the Asia Pacific region also, the spend of digital media all across has seen a very good growth, and it is likely to grow very well even for the coming year. And the spend of the digital pie, as I said, that, you know, if earlier any of our client would be spending 100, they would say, okay, let me spend 10% of, my total budget on digital platform. And a maximum pie would be always taken away by print and TV. But if you see now, almost 25 to 30% of the total spend, they have started spending on digital platform. So this is, on one side, it is very good, but on the other side, when you spend on digital media, you get a satisfaction, you get a feel, it is a measurable kind of a media. So you can even measure the impact. You can see the number of impressions, lead generations. Many times it also is linked to e-commerce. So you can see the impact even in terms of sales. So this is one media, which is giving very good results. However, as I told you, content will always remain the king. So, what you are communicating, to which target audience you are communicating, it is something which is very, very, very important. Online video and mobile adaptability of whatever activities that you are doing on digital platform, that is also turning out to be having great potential. And in India, the forecast is that you will see growth of about 45% in next 2 years on this media. So this is one media which you will never be able to neglect. I remember last year during lockdown, we made sure that our video making division as well as digital team grew nothing less than 10 times. And we made sure that, we hired the talent in digital as well as filmmaking division. We also did internal transfer overnight. We made sure that people start learning and understanding this medium in a much better manner, because earlier it was only 10% of spend. So we were having a digital team, but it was small enough to take care of our clients' needs. But then suddenly the clients started spending out of proportion. So what I have seen personally is that there has not been, the brands have not stopped communicating. But if you educate the brands or the clients in a right manner, only the medium of communication has changed, as well as the content has changed. So if I was into corporate communication and I get into internal communication as well as external communication for the corporate brand, my communication would be more about talking about the achievements, talking about the recognitions, talking about the new brand launches that I do in general. But during this time, my communication to employees has been, how we are ensuring their safety. My communication to employees has been that we have opened up a COVID center and you can avail all the facilities. The initiative that company has taken for employee care, I have been communicating that. you know. And when it comes to a corporate brand, also very recently you would have come across so many corporates. They have given a press release that what good they are doing for employees in these tough times. So what they have been talking as a corporate brand to media also has changed. So what I'm trying to say is whether it is a corporate brand or a product brand, the medium has changed and what you have been communicating has changed, but you have not stopped communicating. So at high level of empathy, this difficult times, has also helped employees to stay connected. It has made the employer's message reach employees very well. So all said and done, communication is here to stay. There has been a little shift in terms of, what to say, your overall communication mix. Cinema, which was giving very good ROI, there were the traditional theaters became multiplexes, and multiplexes started giving very good results for the brand with very minimal spend. That has suddenly changed. So, cinema is also one area which has suffered to a very, very great extent over and above the print. So this is in general, if you want to see what is, the forecast, how the global advertising industry has suffered in 2020, how it is poised to gain some growth in 2021, and how it is heading towards 2022. So we are very, very optimistic that whatever has been the loss in 2020, in next 2 years for sure we will make up for that and much more. This is again the repetition of what I told you, that if you see there has been a consistent increase in the digital spend, and the overall growth continues. When it comes to TV, you will see resilience, all across. Out of home is suffering, and it is likely to be either stagnant or decline little bit. Radio also has declined to an extent, because we have a habit of listening to radio by and large when we are on the move. And in the work from home scenario, you are consuming more of a TV, OTT and digital content rather than consuming the radio to a great extent. Newspaper, surprisingly, people are getting out of reading the hard copy of newspaper, and they are very much used to knowing about the news before it appears in the newspaper nowadays. Magazine is very, very sad. Some of the best magazines which we used to read very, very regularly somehow, have stopped coming to home. And cinema again, is likely to suffer all across. So if you see, there is going to be a very good growth in digital, and in digital also, we are likely to see very good growth or contribution from social media, followed by the online videos and the paid search, which we have got into habit of doing it. So YouTube, Google, Instagram, TikTok, these are the platforms which are being used by brands more frequently. TV is likely to account for 30%, but the growth that we see is very, very less. It is a mature medium which is likely to be stagnant more and more. So today, like every time we do get into strategic branding, what happens is, we go to experts, we will do analysis, we will have pros and cons, We will have a lot of data which we will use for strategic branding. But today, if you get into strategic branding, you will have to do a strategic branding like a startup, where the person who is starting up a new industry, or he is starting up his own venture, he is more driven by intuition rather than getting driven by data. And today, with this COVID impact, nobody has experience of this kind of pandemic. Nobody knows what is going to happen next. In March, we thought that it is all gone, and the way it has bounced back, all of us are still in shock, including the government. So the entire strategic planning has gone haywire, and brands also have started relying more on their own gut feel during this period. So due to this changes, the plans, targets, strategies, everything has become unpredictable. The pace and the agility of your decision making is what is mattering the most at the moment. So today, I had a meeting with government of Gujarat, and we were to break a campaign for them. Immediately, this news of cyclone came in, and our meeting, which was scheduled to do a campaign for something else, everything has come standstill. So out of all other brands which have become by and large stagnant, we thought that, okay, let us at least we are getting one big campaign from government of Gujarat. But then suddenly, because of this cyclone, they became silent. So everything has become so unpredictable. I put some figures and give some commitment to my management today. I'm not very sure whether it is going to be true in the context tomorrow. Unfortunately, we had a very big division of events, because we specialize in doing events for the pharmaceutical industry, and the pharmaceutical industry thrives on events because they conduct maximum number of events for doctors and medical reps, for motivating them, incentivizing them, and getting maximum business. So we had a very big department, and all of a sudden, I was not knowing what to do with this department. So few of them we groomed up to how to conduct the e-events or webinars and things like that. And it was in the beginning of last year. All the doctors, all audiences were very much excited with webinars and stuff like that. But 3 months down the line, it became very boring, because when you are doing event one-on-one and trying to give that kind of experience of a place, a stay, bundling the knowledge sharing with entertainment and all, it is altogether a different experience. And when you are having, a monologue by way of webinar, it is very different. So event is also one platform, which has suddenly changed, and you don't know when actually you will start having the physical events. However, some of the brands like Amazon, they have made sure that, they are creating very good selling experiences online. And this kind of selling experiences have been something very new for many of the audiences, and they are getting good results also. And more and more people are joining this e-commerce platform, and they are enjoying buying from this platform. However, the agencies which are very traditional advertising agencies, and the agencies that have made huge investment when it comes to traditional media, they seem to be really in big trouble, and they have also downsized to a very great extent in last 1.5 years. So as I told you, the advertising hasn't stopped completely, but definitely the way advertising agencies have been pitching, because advertising agency per se are also known for going and making pitches to the clients physically. And when you go and present something to client physically, there is altogether a different impact. So now you have to make your pitch presentation also to client on a virtual media, and you are not too sure whether you will be able to make an impact on this virtual media. So for advertising agency per se, things have become very, very different. At the same time, very, very challenging. So, all companies, I was talking to them in March. They wanted to, beginning of the March, and they wanted to make sure that they break the advertising campaigns by the end of March. And whatever has happened because of the second wave, all of them have said that, let's just wait and watch. We will spend money on the digital platform, but we don't want to spend huge amount of money on traditional media at this point in time. So a lot of things have become very, very stagnant, and you don't even know that, how can you take clients forward. It's not as easy as what it used to be earlier. So you see that, by and large, there has been a reduction in the advertising industry. The advertising agencies' revenues have decreased to a great extent. Some of the big agencies I have been speaking to in Mumbai, and they have told me that, we are just managing the show on no profit loss basis. So the advertising agencies are also in big trouble. Cost saving measures, people are taking left, right, and center. But what happens in advertising industry is that our 80-90% cost is the manpower cost, because like other industry, we don't have the products. So it is only the manpower in which we keep investing. So when you say that you have to get into cost reduction, it is nothing but downsizing or taking cut in the salaries. So that is also a very, very painful process for anyone. So in the absence of economic activity, the advertising content reorientation is also becoming little difficult, because as I told you that overnight I had to sort of downsize my event team. I had to make sure that I invest more in my digital team, more in my filmmaking team, and all this was not all that easy to do. So if you see, there has been a great change in behavior, of people. So there is no marketing engagement. One of the thing which became very popular just because before COVID was activations. So any campaign that you will launch, you will say that, I want to launch this campaign 360-degree way, and I don't want to only have a monologue with the consumers. I want to have a lot of activations, and consumer engagement used to be name of the game. So suddenly those on ground activations have vanished. However, some of the money is being shifted to online activation, but it is not that easy, because today, all said and done, there has been a great number of people who are not that much used to the online media. So the increased value placed on digital experience has been about more than 80%, which is very good for all of us. The greater acknowledgement companies, the companies who have really done good for the society, they have made sure that they have gained very good response in the market. But the likelihood of buying the product has again gone down to a great extent. New consumers have been attracted. So if you were trying to sell, to XYZ consumers, and they were your loyal consumers on the e-commerce platform, today, at least 60-65% new consumers have joined you on that e-commerce platform. I have come across many people who have been stopping advertising investment for wrong reasons. So they have not stopped advertising because brand is not doing well. They have not stopped advertising because they are not getting good sales in the marketplace, but they have stopped advertising because the leaders of the organization have become suddenly very conservative and they want to hold on to the money. The advertising investments for good reason, if any brand has done, they have also got very good results, and 1/3 of the brands have not stopped advertising. So as I was giving you example of Amul, if you see many such other reputed brands who have not been advertising only for the sake of sales, have continued to advertise during this period. We are handling a brand called Tirupati edible oil, and this brand has given Fortune, which is the market leader at national level, run for their money in Gujarat market last year. So they made sure that they advertised very, very heavily, and they communicated right things to the consumers, and sustained their leadership position in the category where they were already leader, like cottonseed oil. In the other categories like rice bran, edible oil, and all, they emerged as leaders. So if you see the trends, by and large in India also, the trends have been the same. Means you could see very good increase when it comes to digital media. If there has been a loss in the overall advertising spend, we are planning to see growth this year. Indian advertising industry also has been by and large a reflection of what we could see in the global market, where you see a lot of downturn in terms of radio and cinema and print. However, TV is stagnant, outdoor is again stagnant, and you see a lot of increase in the digital spend. So this is what it looks when it comes to the share of every media. And when it comes to the growth, also we could see the story. So what we are seeing as a trend is advertising is here, TV is here to stay. There could be some stagnancy, but like it will continue to occupy at least 30% of the total share. The digital is likely to grow, and the other media for the timing will either decline or be stagnant. So this is how, overall, if you see the spend in India by any brand is looking like, where TV still dominates the overall market. So if we have to see the spent in on digital media by the industry, again FMCG has emerged as a very big spender, followed by e-commerce and the consumer durables. However, the big spenders like automobile and all have gone to some 4th or 5th place this year. So the key words, if I have to say, for the industry and the brands who can fight back and bounce, has been resilience. And brands that worked towards this, like Apple, Amazon, Google, Walmart, YouTube at international level, they have definitely, have seen very, very positive results, and they have been able to, they have emerged as brand which has been loved the most, and they have also emerged as brand which cares for the consumers, and they have been able to create a feel good factor for the brand, because they were available at the right media, and the content of the brand communication was also apt, keeping in mind the sentiments of the people. Apple emerged as the most loved brand this year. And you would have seen, I have not much of time to show you films and all, but if you would have seen the recent launch of Apple phone, that also communicates, how they have been loving the consumers. So they have been focusing on the happy relations, the fulfillment, ritual, and enhancement. So these three things they focused on while connecting with the consumers, and it really helped them well. However, it is also the product category which makes maximum difference to you in today's context. However, if it is a luxury brand like maybe menswear or something, it is not making that much sense to us at this point in time. So it has a lot to do with the category also. So one of the reason has been that these are the brands which have made a lot of difference to our life, and these brands are making a lot of sense to us at this point in time, and that is also one of the reasons that we have loved this brand the most. So this iPhone film, if you would have seen, their communication also has been lots of love and less to spend. So the 9 reasons in pandemic survival, according to me, is diversification is the strength. So, right from the advertising, you have diversified into things which are the most consumers. It definitely subscription income. So quite a few brands have done this, and it has really yielded good results to them. It is time to use your reserves. So every year you have made a lot of money, and it is only people who have been, or the consumers who have been, contributing to your growth and profit story. So now it is time for you to give back to the society, and with this attitude, we should continue during this time. Be business agile. So we should have this agility because consumer is very agile today. Your consumers are also resilient, and we need to understand this, that consumer, like a brand, also are resilient. Remote working is here to stay because so many of them have felt that remote working is much better thing that they can offer to the employees, and it is actually increasing their productivity, like people in advertising or IT industry. So it is here to stay for quite a few organizations. We only have to make sure that we need to do the right things. We don't have to stop doing things. Don't become stagnant, or don't stop doing things, but try and do things which are right. And it is very, very essential for brands to be optimistic. Many of the medias, I don't want to name them, but many of the, newspapers in Gujarat, they started giving very, very shocking negative stories on front page with the kind of pictures that you would not even like to see them. And I came across so many readers who said that we have stopped buying that newspaper just because it is spreading unnecessary negative things. And in this point in time, we are already under so much of fear. We don't want to listen to the negative stories. So we have to make sure that as brand, we remain optimistic. One of the reasons that the brands have been very successful during this period is only because they could come up with the right kind of strategies which will make a lot of difference to the consumer at this point in time, but they also communicated that at right time and using the right media. So I would just like to summarize, everything which I said. Whether pandemic or no pandemic, advertising is here to stay. Advertising, as rightly said by Mr. Sodhi, is investment in the brand, which should not only be done for the sake of sales, but it is to be done for the sake of brand building. The way we human beings, even if we are not meeting each other, we stay connected with each other virtually. The brands also have to stay connected with the consumers, and that can only happen with advertising and communication. So thank you very much for inviting me, and I hope I have done justice to whatever topic was given to me. Yeah, over
Thank
to
you, Vibhuti
Kaushik.
ma'am. Yeah, thank you, Vibhuti ma'am, for taking the session. And it was insightful.
It was my pleasure.
Yeah, and I also got to learn a lot about advertising today.
Right.
So, ma'am, we have few questions from the students.
Yeah, sure.
So, Sohil, if you are there, Sohil has posted me a question. Sohil, you can start your microphone and camera.
Yes, sir. Good morning, ma'am.
Morning.
Yeah, so I am Sohail Khan, doing my bachelor's in business administration at Cresta.
Right.
Yeah, so I had a question, and my question was, what books would you suggest for us to learn marketing and advertising?
Advertising, according to me, the best book always has been Ogilvy on advertising, because he explains advertising so well.
I'm sorry, come again, please. We can't hear you clearly.
Ogilvy on advertising. A book by David Ogilvy.
Okay.
Is considered to be best when it comes to advertising.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, the next question is from Ronit Jain, third year BCom.
Okay. Yeah, Ronit.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Rohit from third year BCom. Ma'am, my question is, as the digital platforms are gaining prominence, how does an individual or an agency evolve their creative quotient?
Actually, for advertising agencies, this period has become very, very challenging, because on one side, digital is growing very fast. On the other side, the consumers are bombarded with so much of digital content that unless and until your content is really, really disruptive as well as very relevant to the consumer, they don't like to go through. So earlier it used to be only a digital team within the advertising industry. Nowadays, I am also talking to some of the agencies. Now there is further niche which agencies have carved. So I have been taking presentations with agencies, which only focuses on influencer marketing. Because one of the data which has emerged that says that nowadays not the celebrity influencers, but the micro influencers are being followed. Like, if my managing director, we belong to a mega group called Intas Pharmaceuticals. So if a managing director of Intas Pharmaceutical tells us that, you take XYZ medicine and it is really very good and a lot of research has gone into it. So I will believe him more rather than Salman Khan telling me that, you take this medicine. So micro influencers are emerging as means they have far more better impact and followers than the celebrity influencers. And there are digital advertising agencies which are focusing only on micro influencers. So there are agencies which focuses only on celebrity as influencers. There are agencies which are focusing only on micro influencers. So within digital agencies, they have come up with niche. So I was thinking that, chalo, digital, we have a very strong team and they can do very good digital communication. But then the lady who is heading a digital team at our end, she told me that, ma'am, we will never be able to do influencer marketing and things like that ourselves. We will have to have a tie-up. We will have to have a collaboration. So, the way advertising agencies are evolving, I have to take sessions with my art directors every day. And I keep telling them that please don't think print and TV, because that is the format that so many years they have. Like, if I have to coin a campaign, they will definitely come up with a campaign which is a print or TV. So I have to tell them, if you have read a recent article on Rasna also has been one of our clients. Recently, they have tied up with Grape Digital, and they have launched a campaign. So every year till last year, like Rasna would always invest in celebrity. So prior to that, Akshay Kumar was their brand endorser. Then Kareena Kapoor was there. Then I think Rohit Sharma was there, cricketer. This year, they have said that we don't want to invest on celebrity. They are only spending on digital platform. They have started marketing to micro influencers as housewives. And what they have done is, rather than reinventing what has worked for the brand so many years, I Love You Rasna jingle, they have redone the jingle. And with youngsters, they are connecting with that jingle that, you dance on the tune of I Love You Rasna. And with housewives, they are connecting by teaching them number of recipes. What all can you make out of Rasna? So you can make an orange sponge cake with Rasna. You can, make XYZ from Rasna, rather than just consuming Rasna as it used to be. So earlier, they have always relied only on TV as a medium, and they would be spending nothing less than 25 to 50 crores on TV every year. Instead of that, suddenly they have become a brand which is only there on digital platform. And when it comes to digital platform, again, it is not the post or, Facebook communication or something. They're talking of building a brand on digital platform. And that strategy is very different from what technical things which we keep doing on the digital. So,
thank you.
Yeah. Ma'am, we have one question from Mohammad Imran. He's from 6th semester BBA, and he runs his own startup, and he needs your advice over that. So,
sure.
Mohammad Imran.
Before
Good
that,
morning,
can we stop the screen share, ma'am, if you don't mind, so that we can
Sure.
present also in the screen. Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning.
Sir, myself, Mohammad Imran from Cresta School of Management. I am final year BBA student, and I have my own brand called T-Shirt Wale. It's a campus venture in Cresta School of Management. So now I have my business in Amazon also, and I have my own website.
Okay.
So since this COVID-19 pandemic, from complete 1 year, I have no business. My business got impacted due to this pandemic. So I wanted to know, like, how can I boost my business during this tough time?
Right. So see, one thing is, as I have been telling you, that if you try to hard sell unnecessarily your product, that consumers are feeling today as a very cheap marketing. So instead of that, if you can do something feel good, like say if you tie up with some of the NGO, and if you say that, if you are buying this T-shirt out of 100 rupees, the 10 rupees goes for providing meal to COVID suffering patients or their families. So some feel good factor if you can create for the brand, number one. Number two, if you can be more relevant. So if you can make T-shirt, which resists virus. So there are fabrics which are available nowadays, which are anti-virus fabrics. So if you can come up with things like that, if you can also come up with an idea of having a very nice messages, which would develop a feel-good factor for the consumers in the current context. So looking at those messages also, communicate this to world. The world needs this kind of a communication right now. So those kind of innovative messages with infographics, if you can have on your T-shirt. that can also carve a niche for yourself. And you can also get into a business of gift, asking people to gift a t-shirt with a message. So suppose if I want to give you a message, that get well soon. So there is a t-shirt which has a message of get well soon, and I can gift that t-shirt. If I have to give somebody a t-shirt which for best of luck, so then that t-shirt has a message of best of luck, and you can come up with far innovative messages like that. So it can replace the greetings. Something of that sort is what I feel can do good. This is what I can think of the cup. But if we as an agency really do a brainstorming session and come up with the bucket of ideas and integrate that into 360-degree format, we have always been able to do a good job for every brand that we have been managing.
Thank you, ma'am.
I have another one question, madam.
Yeah.
Yes, Mohammed.
Madam, can you tell me the marketing platform in which I can showcase that designs so that my business get increased?
See, for
Like
you to
marketing
create your
platforms.
own platform will be very difficult. So the platforms which are being utilized or which the youngsters are most familiar right now, if you are present on those formats, because Instagram or Facebook, these are the platforms, and the e-commerce platforms on which like Amazon and all, where the consumers are very used to buy things from. If you are present on those platforms, you will definitely do well rather than creating your own platform at this point.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. So we have one more question from Jivita, first year BBA.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Ma'am, which is the most favorite brand you worked with or collaborated with?
Most
Favorite brand you collaborated with or worked with?
Yeah, the brand which has been very, very close to my heart all the time are two. One is Adani Gas. So, we did a fabulous campaign for them, which could give them, 3 times more sales than the target which they had set. So this campaign was branded as, because they are into PNG. And so we wanted people to switch over from LPG to PNG, and we did a campaign, Load Na Lo, Adani PNG Lo, which created history in the market for them. So that is one brand which I really like. The second brand which I am very much fascinated about is Tirupati edible oil. So we started working for that brand when it was not known in the market. And we have made this brand a number one at the national level when it comes to cottonseed oil. So these two brands are very, very, very close to my heart. Apart from that, of course, Intas Pharmaceuticals, because that is also one brand which I started working for them. It was 250 crore company, and today it is 16,000 plus crore company. So there has been a very nice hand holding together.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.